You aren't cub anymore, Burach. Time to grow up.
Well, I guess the sentimental bout with old friends is cancelled. Time to work. Is that an either-or thing for you? Work doesn't have to interfere with friendship. I know what you're thinking. You want to look for the murderer, avenge your father. Forget it. Let me handle it. I'll do it better than you. Father would want you to work, not seek vengeance. Work in his stead. I know better than you what father would want. You're no longer a surgeon. You're a pharmacist. I'm better at dissecting people, in all senses, Burach. But to create an infusion like Isidore did, that requires your intuition, your hands. It gives me no pleasure to admit all this, but it's true. I'll do whatever duty requires of me, got it?
I see you're branded. Is that mark a letter?
This is humiliating. Father purposefully charges me with tasks that present our family in the ugliest possible light. Supplying the fund with adequate food and medicine is clearly impossible. My efforts here are futile. Why? Going door to door and seizing people's stockpiles of medicine and food? Insanity. They won't hand it over, of course. They barely have anything left. How'd this happen? No one knows why the train is almost a month late. We've maintained regular shipments of meat and skins, so where's our pay? Where's the regular supply train? We're on the brink of starvation. There are no stocks left. Which means everyone's on their own now. And I will have to kneel in front of my father and take responsibility for this fiasco. The train's a month late? But what was on the train that I came on? Because they wouldn't run an entire train for one passenger and nothing else, right? Like, I was clearly not even in a passenger cabin. I was in, like, a weird, shitty place that was clearly, like, having to just deal with, like, sitting in a space on a freight train that had presumably, like, contents besides me? Huh. I'm just wondering what was on that train if it's not the supply train that leads to food. Because it can't be a month late if that one was there, so there must be another train. That maybe that one just had like building supplies or other stuff that's just useful to a city but useless for this specific problem. You're a smart man. You'll find a way.
Barley the barber's leading the gang. Some barber.
The three ruling families will recruit volunteers to observe order. The dangerous districts will be cordoned off. Entry or exit will not be possible. Any crime against health or property will be punished immediately. What does that mean for me? You're a doctor, so you have privilege. Unlike others, you are allowed entry and, more importantly, exit from infected areas. We rely on your responsibility. If you discover you're infected, you won't attempt to conceal or spread it, correct? Yes.
Don't shout. I value whispers, waysides, and west winds.
Katerina, we still have not met. Sabrov's wife. If it's the same sickness, all measures are pointless. Wishful thinking, delusional actions. For it's clear what we're dealing with. Fire from heaven, the great flood. No one shall be spared, save for the 10 righteous men. I like how often his response is, so what does that mean for me? You have a fever, you're delirious. Forget the plague. You can't affect it. Think of yourself, not of the disease. Search your soul. Are you a righteous man, or are you one of the cattle for the slaughter? Whom will it kill, and whom will it spare, and why? This is the curious question which must be answered by me, Doctor, not you. I'm glad that you found some way to make yourself the most important person in the room. Yeah, that much is clear. Fill her in. There she is.
My blood is getting thicker. That's a sign of something, isn't it?
Ah, we haven't met you either. We've met both of the other Canes, but not you. The hospital will be set up in the theater. Possible infected will be examined there every day. The disease will be studied, and we'll even try curing it. They say there's no cure for the sand pest, but Dr. Dankovsky still has hope. What does that mean for me? It means that the theater is your place now, your real home. Tend to the sick and dissect the dead. Work night and day to find a cure for this accursed plague. Yeah, I'm not staying in the middle of the theater. In that cesspool of infection, you'll have one fewer doctor in a couple of days. But you are Olgimski's private doctor now, aren't you? I guess he'll object then, or even forbid you to risk your life. I am my father's son. Olgimski is no one to me. Filling in the bones. Look at this little scroll bar we got now. It was probably there a little bit ago. The 8th is in danger. Great. Just gonna constantly be this background anxiety of this character I've never met on the verge of death. Speaking of on the verge of death, I'm not doing great. How is my hunger that high? Like didn't I just buy food? Can't believe it. Man.
I've heard of this love thing, all right. Never seen it, though.
Okay, thanks for your insight. Hey, Georgi.
An umbilical cord connects the earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
All right, thanks, Bloodborne. It's spreading across Earth, the lower town, between the gullet and the abattoir. Perhaps it won't cross the gullet after all. Perhaps they'll barricade the bridges in time. 2 architects live in Earth, Andre and Peter Stamatin, both geniuses, each in his own way. Please take them into your care. You could let the whole town die, but these 2 must survive. Why? Because you won't find minds like theirs anywhere else in the whole continent. We hunted them for much too long. My brother Simon collected many brilliant specimens in his town. You know, it is an ark. Well, that's unfortunate if this is an ark of special people, because they're going to be dead. Why don't you take care of them then? You are a doctor. You took the oath. All right, I'll keep an eye on them. Peter lives in a loft in the Tanners. Andre, though, rarely leaves the Broken Heart, a pub below the factory. I put my hopes on you, Doctor. Pay them a visit as soon as you can. I know that place. It's a Twirine den. I had no idea it's run by genius. And so my day has changed. They're probably both hanging out in zones that are very dangerous, aren't they? But so is my new objective. Just like that. The entire landscape has changed. Everything I thought I was doing before is gone. And now it's just find the Stamatins. Didn't I? Oh, right. I went all the way to his house just to find out that I couldn't talk to him. So now he's properly introduced. And I'm on the verge of death. Hip hip hooray. An outbreak of an odd disease turned everything upside down. I wonder what lies ahead. What a well-handled mechanic. It completely upends whatever you thought you were doing today. It's like, nope. This is officially over. We're done with whatever you thought today was about. Now it's about this. And, it's 9 o'clock already. It gets dark late around here. I guess it is summer? Doesn't... Just thinking like in Russia type of territories, I don't have any blood to contribute, so it's not. I'm just thinking like in places similar, if this place is analogous to Slavic nations or anything like that, then it's higher up on the globe, right? So that means the days are much shorter during the winter and much longer in the summer, and they talk about the winter being a problem later, which means it's probably summer. First they locked the termitary, then the murders, now the factory stopped. Unheard of. Fat Vlad would work us to death with no rest or sleep. His domain never stops. And now they're cordoning off districts too. What's going on? An outbreak. There's an outbreak. But isn't this what happened in the crude sprawl 5 years ago? They cordoned off the district back then too. Possibly. So it'd be wiser of you to leave. Correct? Yay, back into the plague zone. Hi! Cool design, dude. Oh, the fire in the background. This is a cool image, just in general. This district is infected. Listen carefully. I'll explain what you need in order to stay alive. Who are you? I'm an orderly. We wear these costumes on Bachelor Denkovsky's orders. They're easy to notice from afar and protect from infected particles. Maybe. Sometimes. A bit. I'd rather not check personally unless they order me to delve in. If you're common medical personnel, how do you know anything about this disease? No one even knows what it is. I had a nap by Mistress Katerina's window, saw a prophetic dream. Satisfied? Well, if there's no better explanation. So can I continue? Yeah. Immunity is your armor. It gets thinner each time you contract the disease. So it would do you good to keep an eye on it. Take pills, you know the drill. Well, it's not healthy to take too many pills. Infected air lowers your immunity. Slowly, but constantly, simply because you're breathing it in. But that's not the worst part. What is? An infected person's touch, or touching infected surfaces like doorknobs or drawers. Also, sometimes it feels like the pest breathes on you. You speak as though the disease was a living creature, but it's a bunch of microbes. I'm not a doctor, Master Burrock. I'm a common orderly, scared witless. I'm only describing a dream I had. But this pest? It's like it's alive. It speaks, it breathes. And whoa if it breathes on you. I'll keep it in mind. Anyway, all those touches melt your immunity worse than air, like a hot knife through butter. Then there's a tumor. A tumor? Like a cancerous growth? The infection that accumulates inside your body, checking if you're ready for it. If the world starts to go black before your eyes, escape the infected area before it envelops everything. But if the darkness gives way, that means it's lost interest in you for now. Huh. Huh. Is this the new thing? If my screen starts turning black, run away. But if it stops, it's lost interest. Is this the new version of the angels? Have you taken Twirine, pal? Oral disinfection, huh? Oh boy. Oh, that means it's bad to touch things like that, doesn't it? Oh, well. Nope, this place is red too. Seemed like maybe I was on my way to it not being that color here. What the fuck? I thought they said they weren't going to be in this game. What? I thought they said they weren't going to do the roaming clouds this time. Oh, dead people. Oh boy. And so the true Dark Souls experience begins. Alright, well, it's definitely creepier than last time. Can we convince everyone just to go out in the middle of the field and, like, spread out? Go camping? Feels like it would help avoid some of the risk here. Oh no, it's dark in here. I'm concerned. Hi. Hey, look, my map. There it is. Isn't this fun? You have any food up here? I'm constantly on the verge of death. It's kind of a problem for me, honestly. Hey. Lots of blueprints of the local impossible structures in the polyhedron. And my immunity is back to start. Great. This person lives, but mortal peril looms. The sand pest chokes their district, floods the streets. I can see that. Immunity protects each person here. Some have a long one, others but a short. The span of one's is long, another short. You just said that? What? I never thought immunity could be measured in centimeters. A dice roll makes a clearer picture, sir. At midnight, Death will roll his dice to see if he rolls high. This one will perish. If he rolls low, they live one day more. Your part, Burke, is but to adjust the odds. To the maximum? To some degree. If the dice has 6 sides, you can at times be guaranteed a 5. As in, Death always has a chance to win with 6. But even Death can't guarantee a 6. I've heard that Death prefers chess. You are a doctor. Surgeon. Stick with dice. Since you have means to cheat, and Death does not. I can cheat? Teach me then, master gambler. This person weakly rolls a dice, the way someone who's barely human would. They can't roll higher than a 3 without some help. And truth be told, they're likely to roll a 1. That's not how dice work. So you come here and turn the dice just so that a larger number faces up. Huh. A store-bought cure, a tincture brewed from herbs, would help them stay alive another day. Lucky me. I happen to have some. Near human. You must act. These doll cocoons may one day become real and need your help. They're not dolls, they're people like me. And one more thing. The plague moves stealthily. It has no need to speak of its arrival in a place. When a plague's by windows, people are at risk. But on the morrow, other districts will be touched. And you must find them out yourself. So watch the town's condition close, Burke. It's not dice then, it's hide and seek. That's exactly what the tabletop game feels like. If I give an immunity booster to an inhabitant of an infected district, they have a higher chance to avoid infection. I can't guarantee anyone's full protection, but I can rig this in my favor. What am I doing on immunity boosters? 5. Boy, am I going to need more of those then.
Leave me be, old boy. Let me die with dignity.
I should have left this godforsaken place 2 years ago. Get clean and move away for good. But I have no spine. I'm not a real man. Cannot leave her behind. Leave whom behind? The tower. My precious tower. The locals call her the polyhedron, referring to her as it, as if she were inanimate. But for me, she is alive and female. And I can't abandon her. I have to gaze upon her again and again to convince myself she exists. So it was you who thought up that thing. Peter Stamatin. I am considered responsible for her creation, but I am not God to completely defy gravity. It's happenstance. Such a tower shouldn't be. It breaks the laws of physics, laws of optics as well. Just a coincidence. How does it stand? That's what I'm pondering right now. How does she stand indeed? Like a rose on its stem. Whatever. This is not why I'm here. Listen. What's your name? People usually call me help, I'm dying. That hasn't happened much yet. Artemy Burrock. Why have you come? Prophylaxis. You're in a plagued district. Listen, Doctor. You should check on Anna, too. She's a circus artist who lives nearby. She's misophobic. I'm worried she might lose it completely these days. She's an interesting one. Be a pity if she died or went nuts. A misophobic circus artist. Now that's something. Boop. Boop. I'm going to need more of these. Fuck. Because I need them for me. Just to get through the district, but I need to also... God, I'm gonna have to... Much like the food, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna need a lot of these. My god, alright. Speaking of which... I'm about to go back out. Oh boy. She's on the way, I suppose. Wish me luck, everybody. Do you have a clock in here? I don't think they even have a clock to save with. I can't see anything on these stairs. At the moment, the good news is I have not seen a rat chase me. And I've not seen any plague clouds that just like... No stealth clouds They like where you run up to it and then it's like, oh god, and you like realize you're about to run into something and you have to turn around. That escalated quickly. These visuals really escalated quickly. Just giant burning pyres. I guess I don't have to spread the word about the plague. They got this way in like a couple hours. They're full on trying to burn everything that might be related and stuff like that already. I don't like that sound. This is the building. I think I'll avoid using the water in these districts. Just on a gamble that they added mechanics for punishing you for doing that. I think last time there was no penalty. You could just use all the water locally and it's somehow clean. I'm not gonna bet on that this time. Yeah, I think you have to go upstairs. Oh, you look different.
Meow. Meow. Feed me. Feed me.
God, how do people put up with cats?
Anna, you've changed. What do you want? Don't touch me, stay away. Quiet now, I'm a doctor. Are your hands clean? I'm not going to touch you, stop yelling. You've touched the doorknob. So what? Microbes are transmitted with touch. They stay on the skin. Evil is transmitted with touch too, and it stays on the skin. Fate is transmitted with touch. All this dirt changes you, killing you slowly. It's so repulsive. I'm a doctor. Microbes run from me like the devil with from a holy flame. I don't want to even think about it. Everyone is prattling about with that toxic soot from the factory. It's out there, behind the windows, everywhere. Oh, this dirt and grime, it's a punishment. That's what it is. It's all about those damn children. You'll have to trust me if you want to survive this. What? Look me in the eyes and listen to me. I'm going to give you medicine to protect you from microbes. Do you understand me? Are you a real medic? You really can't help me? So I wouldn't. Just don't touch me. Just stay indoors. Your nerves won't survive a trip outside, circus girl. The 8th. Nobody on my list is in danger, even the ones that... How many of them are in this district? Sticky used to be in the last game, but they moved into my HQ. Knockin and Murky are in the central district. Capella is. Khan is on the far west. Taya would presumably be in danger, but she's currently inside the... She's inside the tower. Or the abattoir. The termitary? Well, the termitary is attached to the abattoir, isn't it? Yeah. Grace is in this district, but she's to the far south. Technically, she's probably out of town and out of reach of the infected areas. Right now it's Peter, Andre, and Anna. Does that check sign mean that I've given them vaccine? Not vaccine, but I've tried to help them. It doesn't say that Andre's in danger. I'm curious about that. Aspie should be in this district too. These are not gonna last. Man, your house and your character look wildly different. Alright, back to running. Hunger's full. Fuck. How do you make money in this game enough to deal with these problems?